Reprieve it or not, despite pathetic 7-27 mark the past 2 years, Schoen gets another shot to rebuild Big Blue. I saw a lot of the responses and comments under the original tweet by my colleague Ryan Dunleavy that the Giants were going to retain Joe Schoen. And if you were in the know, then this doesn't surprise you at all. Ownership really likes Joe Schoen, and Brian Daboll was the one who was the sacrificial lamb for the Giants underachieving. But if you're part of that fan base or even the media, because I was going back and forth with some people that's upset or even surprised that Joe Schoen was retained, then you're not wrong either. Your numbers and transactions are your resume in this business, especially when you're a GM. 22-45-1 under his watch. Saquon was let go for nothing, as we saw on Hard Knocks, and Daniel Jones was the one that got paid. No, there's reasons why people are upset. You can't blame him for the injuries to stars like Cam Scatterboo and Malik Neighbors, and you can't blame him for the rift between Wink Martindale and Brian Daboll. Ultimately, that's what made the defense so bad the last 2 years, because Wink Martindale didn't have the defensive line that Shane Bowen had. But Joe Schoen, right now, has to win, and he has to win big this offseason. This is his end season, and it all starts with finding that new head coach that is going to lead this franchise back to some glory years. We'll evaluate free agency, we'll evaluate the draft when we get there. The Giants do have some money to spend, and they have a franchise quarterback on a rookie deal. So there's a lot of coaches that look at this roster and this team and is like, I got something to work with. But there were more talent on this team and roster than a 3-14 record. More talent, but too many times last season, we saw a 3-14 effort and 3-14 finish by some guys that Joe Schoen was drafted or ain't even paid in previous off seasons. So he's lined up in the crosshairs. A quarterback can save a head coach's job in this league, but in this case, the right head coach can take a lot of heat off of Joe Schoen. They're going to start their first round of interviews as early as this week and in-person interviews in mid-January. This is the biggest head coaching search in the history of this franchise. If you want more on the Giants head coaching search, head on over to NewYorkPost.com/sports.